We are rolling.
Good morning. Welcome back to the conversation. This is Midlife Crisis Activities. This is our lifestyles and pop culture webcast, our daily shout out to the world. I am your host, Patrick Russell, and over there is my very vivacious producer, Veronica. Together, we're here to lend our voices to the noise from a multi-generational perspective to help explain everything that's right and wrong in this world. Okay, Veronica, let's continue on with this salacious conversation of how working couples find a way to make it all work. And so today you wanted to talk about something that's apparently been popping up quite a bit in the comment section. You tell me, what are we talking about today? Are we talking about why Latinas like older men?
Yes, so the topic for today is are Latinas tend to date older men or younger men?
Okay, and what kind of authority are we presenting? Is it going to be our personal experiences, or did you have some research? Okay, from your personal experience.
Well, both.
Can we just say what it really is? What do you like older men, Veronica?
Well, I do my search as well. Now, it's not only about me, but just in general, friends, family members, obviously online. I like reading those type of information and fun stuff. So it's a little bit of everything. I'm going to give my perspective on why ever since I was, 16, 17 when I started dating.
Well, let's give perspective there. So I'm not the first older man that you've fallen in love with.
No.
Oh, okay. So then this is very much particular to you, Veronica. Well, why don't you let us know what it is about older men that you particularly like so much?
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of things. So one of the first thing it's I think that they're more mature.
Wow.
That's not always the case, but
This was the picture of maturity, huh?
That's what I thought.
Understood.
Ever since I was, little, I always kind of imagined just dating someone older because I knew that they're probably going to be more stable, smaller. And kind of like...
Can you say that one more time? I don't think that came out very clearly.
It's stable and smart.
Oh, very good.
And then also...
You like a smart guy, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And then also the ability... You know how they always say that men think younger? Like if you're 40, probably you think like a 20-year-old and you want to be like going crazy and stuff like that. That's the case. So I'm like... Okay.
Yeah, they're called Peter Pans of the world.
Yes.
Not necessarily looked on as favorably as you are, but... Yes, there are plenty of Peter Pans out there in the world. Guys or people that just refuse to grow up.
I know that. So I'm like, if I date... So at the time I was 17, so I was dating someone that it was about 25 years old. So I'm like...
Are you telling me that your first love, your first romantic relationship where your heart was captured by an older man was when you were 17?
16 going to 17. Just to
16 going on 17.
16
Got it.
going to
Okay,
17.
very good. Okay.
And that's when I knew that, they had, at the time, my boyfriend at the time had, a job, a car, stability.
Means.
Stability.
Very good. Excellent.
And for me, stability has been always been something that I look in myself. For me to be stable, and then also in other people to be able to rely on them as well, because we all need each other, right? So that's kind of the way I see it. I never dated someone younger than... Well, I take it back. I did, and it didn't work out. So
that was a very short-lived romance, wasn't it? The younger guy, the immature guy, that guy that just didn't know his way around a woman. You just couldn't really deal with that, could you?
So just in general, I do think that not all of them, most of the Latinas prefer someone older, someone stable, someone that knows probably what they want. And then also... You always think that the first guy is going to be the one that you marry, which maybe that's what we always intend to...
Did you feel that way? Did you feel that you had found your Prince Charming at the tender age of 16 and thought that was going to last for... Well, I think that's a typical dream that most, teenage girls would go through, sure.
So, I never thought that I was going to obviously... And funny thing is... I always knew that I was gonna marry older, like in my late 20s.
You already had. Well, congratulations. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, I actually accomplished that. So I never
by a whole 15 years.
I never wanted to marry.
You gave yourself a wide berth, didn't you?
I never wanted to marry I never wanted to marry younger. 17, 18. I think that's not smart. But that will be in another webcast. But that's. And then if you read most of Latinas. they have married older men with a lot of money. So,
You know, what you're saying to me reminds me of something a good friend of mine, the late great Steve, used to tell me all the time. Pat, the only reason why girls like you is because you've got one of two bulges. You've got the bulge in the front of your pants or the bulge in the back of your pants. Pat, we all know it's not the bulge in the front of your pants. So now when you say being secure and having that stability, does that translate to the bulge in the back of a pants? Is that what attracted you to me?
you want me to be real? You want me to
Yeah,
lie?
absolutely.
I mean, who doesn't look for someone? And I say who doesn't because if you're not looking for stability in a relationship when it comes to money and feelings, and then you're looking into the wrong hole. Because for me,
It's a lot.
It's a lot of things. It's
right?
Stability financially, and then stability mentally. Obviously, the mental part always comes like once you start kind of dating, and then you kind of see if the person is worth it or not. That comes a little after. But I mean,
There's a practical aspect to falling in love, or at least agreeing to be married. Not falling in love, but at least agreeing to getting married.
So-
That's definitely a question that you ask yourself. Wait a minute, am I going in the right direction in life with this guy, or is it going to be a struggle? Is that something that you're
I mean,
asking yourself? Is that something you had to ask yourself before you said yes to marry me?
I mean, I felt good back when I was 16-ish, dating someone 25, just because at the time he had a car, so we were able to do a lot of things. He had a stable job, so it's nice to have someone that you can
Pay the bills with.
pay the bills, and especially if you're not working. I mean, I was 16, I was not making any
I
money.
agree. Life is better when you can pay the bills.
I mean, I was not making any money. I was working in a coffee shop, and then I was getting like almost nothing. I was in high school. So, that was fun to go out and knowing that someone was stable enough to pay the bills. I mean, why lying? If you're lying thinking that otherwise, I mean, I don't know.
Final note. Guys, please use the comment box below to translate everything that was said in between the lines in that whole diatribe. Could you please, because I might need a little translation, make sure I'm on stable ground. Guys, don't just subscribe to this show, even though we will be doing this power couple back and forth on the daily. But lend your voices to the show. It'll make it a whole lot more fun. Guys, no matter what comes your way, no matter what challenges or obstacles you may face, you just need to remember one thing.
Give 'em hell.
Them hell. Have a great day, guys.